Hi, this will be a dorm tour for spring 2014. I actually made a video last year when I just was finishing up my freshman year of college. As a sophomore, I moved into what I believe is definitely a nicer dorm. I'm now living in a single. It's newly furnished, so all the furniture is a lot newer. It's, I think, a lot larger and it's a lot more spacious, a lot nicer. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So let's get started. So I'm just going to first do a quick pan of what everything looks like. I'm currently living in a suite style apartment with two other suite mates. We each have a single, and then there's also two bathrooms. So luckily, unlike last year, I share a bathroom with only one other person, which is super, super nice compared to a floor bathroom. If you've never had a floor bathroom, I guess you guys don't understand how really terrible it is to be in a floor bathroom. But I'll be going, I guess, clockwise around, since I guess the most exciting part is to our right there. So starting from the bottom here, this is actually just a USB power adapter, and it actually has a little holding station. It's kind of like a gadget charger. There I usually charge my wearable. So right now I have my Pebble watch here being charged. I also have a cable running out through the outlet. But this is really great too if you have a friend come over and they need to charge something. There's two USB ports. It also supports iPad charging, things like that. This cable running up to my dresser is actually to my Chromebook. So I got this as a Christmas gift from my uncle. It's the Acer C720 Chromebook. It was the highest rated Chromebook on Wirecutter until the newer Dell model came out, but it's still a really great computer for $200. Oftentimes I hook this up to an HDTV and it streams content really, really nicely. Here on my kind of dresser thing here, which I kind of use as like a surface, so if you see me filming videos on a brown surface, you'll know it's actually this piece of furniture. I have a Rubik's Cube piggy bank because I'm incredibly nerdy. Tissues, and then just some basic health, lotion, deodorant, stuff like that. Here I just keep a medal. I got this when I first got into my college. It's an award for academic excellence, and that's how I got into college, which is pretty neat. So I guess that keeps me motivated to keep studying and not watch YouTube videos. Moving around, I do have a Knicks poster. Actually, let me just go around really quickly about what kind of posters I have. I have a Knicks posters. Still love the Knicks even though they didn't make the playoffs this year, which is very unfortunate. I have a poster for the Wong Fu event I attended at Cornell. I have a Calder Quartet poster, which is a local music group that visited my school. I have a fun poster from high school. I have a sign from Hong Kong my brother gave to me, and then I have a collage of photos. My bed here, luckily, which the one, I guess, cool thing about living in my dorm as well is you get a full-size bed versus the twin. So there's a lot more room, which is really nice. And this is a bigger bed than what I have at home, so it's actually very nice. There you can see I'm not sure if you guys can see, my iPhone pillow and then my sock monkey. So swinging around here, this is just a little basket I keep to hold my wallet, my keys. I have chapstick in here too, so before I used to dump my wallet wherever I'm in the apartment, and I would always lose it, and it's just so easy to lose, and it's pretty much my life here since I have my debit card, my school ID, things like that, and then my car keys. So now I make it a habit that whenever I return from campus, things like that, I always put it here, and it's really convenient. I like how it looks. This is my single window, and it looks out to a beautiful, beautiful parking lot. Down here on my windowsill, I just have a picture of my mom at graduation, just to remember home. I have a lamp, chapstick here. It's one of those EOS chapsticks. And then I have this really cool figurine. It's of an astronaut texting, which I think is really funny. It's meant to be a phone stand. I don't keep my phone there, but I just think it's the coolest little thing. I think it's pretty me in terms of style. Down here I have my alarm clock, and I really don't use an alarm clock, but it's actually a Bluetooth speaker, it's a clock, it has a thermometer, it's NFC as well, so if you have an Android phone, you can wirelessly pair with it without having to go through your settings. It also has wireless charging if you have an Android phone, but right now I just use it as a clock, as a thermometer. Sometimes I play music or a podcast through it. I actually bought it off of someone on campus for I think $20, but you can get this, if you search for the brand SoundBot, you can find it on Amazon for I think $40, and I just actually really love the way it looks. I think it looks really beautiful and elegant. So that's that. Here I have a quirky, I think it's quirky, yep, quirky weight to hopefully try to organize my cable. So I have two lightning cables running through, and that's used to charge my iPhone and maybe my iPad every single night. That's plugged into this Philips outlet thing, so it's an outlet extender, so it gives me three outlets, and then two USB port charger things, which is really convenient. I think I got that for Walmart for around $8. I thought that was a really, really good deal. But that's really convenient. I always recommend getting one of these, especially since, you know, it's really inconvenient to have multiple USB plugs. So if you find something that has USB already built in, I think it looks a lot cleaner, things like that. Moving around, this is just a basic closet wardrobe. I'm not going to open it just because, honestly, it just has clothes and some storage stuff. To the right here, I just have a dry erase board with some Mementos, so an assignment that I did well on that kind of keeps me motivated, just some motivational quotes, and then a hockey ticket that I went to. Below that, I just have a shoe rack, and this has actually been one of my favorite additions to my room. I only added this a couple of months ago. Before, my shoes were everywhere and it was a mess, and now I can finally have a place to put them. So that was like, I think, $10 at Home Goods, which I really, really like. Moving here, I have a printer here. I have my shelves, and actually, if you want to take a look at the shelves, I think there's just some basic, I can't even open it, camera stuff, iPad stuff, my clipped over-the-ear headphones, so I use those a lot when I study, when I go to do campus and stuff, I need to focus. I have a super drive in here, things like that. I have more dorky stuff, wireless headphones in here. I have some iPhone cases, I believe. And then here, I just have some miscellaneous things. So I have a cleaning cloth, dry erase board stuff. Season 2 of Gilmore Girls, which obviously every college student needs. Moving up, this is my printer. The printer is an MP499, and I think I picked it up from Target. Ink is relatively okay. My parents just bought an Epson, and I realized that the ink lasts longer and the ink is cheaper, so kind of wish I went for an Epson model, but that's not that big of a deal. Above that is probably one of my favorite things that I recently just purchased. This is the ScanSnap S1300, and this is actually a scanner. So if you open this flap here, actually before I do that, and here's a sticker I got from Evernote directly. I'm not being rude, I'm just taking notes in Evernote, which I really, really love, because I really love Evernote, especially as a college student. This opens up here. Light turns on, you can just scan in paper. It does duplex scanning. It does, I think, 10 sheets per minute. It's really great if you decide to go paperless. This is probably the best upgrade I've done since I've decided to kind of relatively go paperless as a student. Totally love it. I actually used it a lot yesterday when I was scanning a lot of legacy files for a club that I'm a part of. So I love that. And now we're getting to the exciting part, right? This is my desk, and let me just pan really quickly to kind of give you a perspective of where I work. So this is my desk. As you can tell, a lot more room than I had last year. The desk is also very new, so the desk doesn't have scratches on the surface. I had a big problem last year. My desk was really, really beat up, so I'm really appreciative this year to have something relatively new. But starting at the top, I just have a lot of mementos and collectibles. As you can tell, I'm just a really big kid. I love toys, I love Toy Story, I love Legos, I love movies, things like that. So I have a whole bunch of that stuff here. Buzz Lightyear is my favorite character, and one of my favorite characters of all time, so I have a lot of that stuff there. I just made this too, which is a Mike Wazowski. It's like a little Lego block things. Different collectibles. I have all the Pez of the Toy Story things. I even have 2 little Android guys, so one's a stress reliever and one's actually made of kind of like Legos. They're not really officially Legos, but not a big deal. Anyway, just moving around here, I have a mug from my school, so everyone gets a mug when you vote in the student election. I also have some puzzles, so when I was a little bit younger, I was really into Rubik's Cubes, and I still love having them, I still love using them, so I have a couple of those being collected. I have my card from Cards Against Humanity that I got from the Christmas pack that has my name on it, which I think is really funny, and I put it in a really cheap plastic frame, because I don't think I'm ever gonna use it, just so I don't risk losing it. I have some extra paper here, and then I have a really tiny panda guy on the toilet, so he's always doing work while I'm doing work. So moving down, here's my second tier of shelves, so just storage. On the left here, just another picture of the family. I have an Urge Basics Bluetooth speaker, which I use very often. Sometimes I like to play stuff through it using my iPad or my iPhone. I also use it in the bathroom, so if I'm showering, this produces really good sound. Battery life has been great. I think I only got it for $35 because I was really not looking into buying something like a Jawbone for a lot more. But overall, I really recommend it. Of course, obviously, if you guys know, love the color. I have a fun We Are Young 7-inch vinyl that I got also, still in the plastic wrap. Really like that. That's really special to me. On the right-hand side, kind of more office stuff. So I have a 2-tiered paper rack. This is part of kind of my paperless workflow. So on the top rack, I have anything that's to be scanned. So it's kind of my paper inbox, whether it be coupons, flyers, old back exams, homework that I need to scan in. It goes up top here, and then when it's done, it goes into this pile here. So this is actually the paper I accumulated over the semester that I've scanned in, and once I move out, I'm gonna recycle all this paper and not have any paper. To the right here, I just have some post-it notes. This is kind of meant to be like a pen organizer, but it doesn't really fit, so I just use it as decoration. I also have a stapler. And then I just have a very basic organizer, pens, highlighters, Sharpies on top, pencils on the bottom, and I'm kind of actually running low on pencils. And then kind of like a junk drawer. And then moving down here to the bottom is my actual setup. I also have my backpack, the one I use for school. It's a North Face Borealis, and when I'm on campus, I kind of live out of this backpack. I have everything in it. But coming back here, let me start on the left-hand side, which is my iPad mini with Retina display. This is probably one of my favorite devices right now. It's so great to read PDFs and do schoolwork on it. I also have the Evernote stylus, so sometimes in class, instead of using a notebook, I just use the stylus. I have the left channel speaker of my Logitech Z4, and I've had these for years now. I think you guys, if you've watched since the beginning, I unboxed these a really long time ago, and they just won't die, and they sound amazing. My first year of college, I brought them to school, and my parents laughed at me because they thought, like, why would a girl just need these kind of speakers, or who's she trying to impress? But after that, I had them. All of my friends in college that I first met were so impressed with the sound, and they love playing music through it, that I just love these speakers. They got a conversation going, they look really beautiful, and they definitely lasted a very long time. I'm gonna move that a little bit. Behind that, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I have two external hard drives. They're actually both IO Mega. The silver one here to the right is actually for my backup, so this is only doing Time Machine. I had FireWire connected when I had my older MacBook Pro. Since I've upgraded my MacBook Pro, I did not buy the adapters. Both of these are actually using USB 2.0. In the future, I plan on upgrading both of the hard drives to something a little bit faster, at least USB 3, or I would really love Thunderbolt. On the left-hand side is just for media backup, so if I have any video editing stuff, a lot of school projects are really large, I don't need to store them on my main hard drive. They go plugged in, they go put onto this hard drive. And then behind that, I have a pluggable, I think it's called pluggable, 7-port USB 3 USB hub. This is also a recent purchase. The older USB hub I have was not powered, so whenever my IO Mega, my Time Machine drive, was trying to make a backup, it would actually disconnect, which is a little concerning. But I like this one, the way this looks. It's silver with a white finish, and it has blue LED lights. Works really well. Don't know how much to say about a USB drive. And actually, let me turn this off for just a second. This is my Samsung TV / monitor. I used it as a TV last year before I got the space to bring my actual full-size TV, but now I only use it as a monitor. It's 22 inches. I do not know the model number, but I did unbox it on my channel, so you guys can check it out. I like it because it's an extra, more real estate to do work on, but after being so spoiled by the Retina display, it's kind of hard to look at for a while. I'll just say that. Running through this, I also have a lightning cable. It's an iFrog's lightning cable that is plugged into my USB hub and charges my iPhone when need be. This is my iPhone 5S that I have. It's usually sitting on my desk or in my pocket. This is probably the brains of the whole operation. This is my first generation Retina MacBook Pro. It's a 2.7 gigahertz Core i7 with 16 gigs of RAM and a 512 gigabyte SSD. This is the Mac I upgraded when I got to college. I waited a little bit because I was afraid they were going to refresh, but honestly, I am so glad I bought this machine. It's the fastest thing I've ever used. It speeds through everything. The SSD plus the Retina display, it really spoils me. I'm really appreciative to have this kind of computer. If you close the lid, I think I showed this last year, I have a Buzz Lightyear decal, surprise, with a red cover on top just to prevent it from scratches. The MagSafe behind it. The right channel of my Z4. The controller for my Z4 as well. I also have a pencil case, and I guess I'll show you guys what I was talking about earlier. I do also have the Evernote Jot script. So this is a Bluetooth. Let me see if we can get this in focus. There we go. This is the Evernote Adonit Jot script stylus. It's a Bluetooth stylus. It has the thinnest point on any stylus, they claim, and it works really well with Penultimate when you're taking notes, so your wrist won't actually trigger the screen. I have a pencil case here that I use. I also have an Logitech Revolution mouse, MX Revolution. This is actually a replacement. I wish Logitech still made the MX Revolution since I love the thumb scroll wheel, but this is actually a replacement since that one died. But I use it sometimes when I'm doing graphic design or video editing. It's really nice to have a mouse to do things like that. I guess looking down here, I have my subwoofer, trash can, my backpack. Here I also have just some basic school supplies, so notebooks, binders. That actual zippered bag holds my, I believe my Wacom drawing tablet, which I've only used a couple times this semester. Moving below that is just a whole bunch of notebooks since I'm a notebook fanatic. I love different types of notebook, mainly from like Muji. I've moved away from Moleskine, things like that. I even have some notebooks from a local paper company. And actually, let me show here. Kind of have this decorative thing that holds just mementos, photo booth pictures, pictures of my brother and I, things like that. And then looking out there is just the rest of my suite. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Please let me know if you have any questions by posting a comment below. You can also find me on Twitter at twitter.com/themacintosh1. I really enjoy making these tour videos, so if you have any of your own tour videos, please feel free to share them with me because I love watching them, and I'll talk to you guys soon.